Hi, Jason here, and this is my submission for week 24, the invoicing system. So, starting with an Airtable, I've created an invoice ID field. It's a formula of the concatenate. It's just concatenate in an invoice dash with the year and the month, and then the ID, which is an auto number field. Just capturing the first name, last name, email, mobile, the invoice date, invoice amount. We get in the status field of paid, unpaid, overdue, or overdue +3. Then we've got the overdue date, which is calculated from the date the invoice is created, +7, as we can see here. And then we got this process status, which is the processing of the invoicing. It's linked to an items table. And then finally the auto number ID and then the record ID. No items, we're just capturing whatever stuff we're selling or providing a service for, just with the name and then how much it is. And then we're just grabbing the items and then again concatenate them together just to make it easier for later on, which you'll see. So I've got 3 automations that trigger for on different things. One is for when a new invoice is created, we'll call a webhook. I then have another automation which is looking at the invoice date, and if the status is in paid, then we got 7 days, and then it will trigger, and then you'll see shortly it will send the person another email. And then again, I got another trigger for when it's 10 days overdue. And yeah, it will, looking for 10 days ago. It will send an email or send a webhook to the make.com scenarios, which will then send an email. So I have a form here as well. So let's just quickly so we're going to buy a pony, might as well get a saddle, and then we'll get a halter, we'll submit that. So that's created an entry here, it's fired off, it's this is the make scenario, we've got the webhook, we're getting the record, so as you can see I've sent through the record ID and then overdue equals 0 day. So we're grabbing the record items of the invoice. Because it's 0 day, we've gone ahead and created a Stripe invoice. So we got zoom in a little bit, create customer. And then we go to create invoice item, create an invoice, and then finalize the draft invoice. I've got to set multiple variables, and then it's just HTML email. I'm setting a variable for the subject, and then the status of invoice sent, and then we're updating the record with the invoice URL of the PDF document. Oops. Then so it's gone down that branch there first, and then we've gone down the bottom branch, which is grabbing the HTML subject and status variables, and then we're sending an email to myself. That should have been, I'll fix that now. Email. And then we're grabbing the subject and the HTML. And that's, I've got a Gmail. We go there. So we've got the invoice. Thanking them, giving them a brief description of what they bought, the total amount. Then we've got the pay invoice now button, and well, I've got to stamp it for Stripe, so we can use 4242 to pay. I'm not going to pay now because I want to show you the rest of it. Okay, so we will leave that there. So we're going to try and simulate 7 days now. So if I change this to, so the overdue of the 26th, if we go back 11 days, hopefully that has triggered. So the trigger has just ran. As you can see, it's run down through the start, the webhook, grabbed the details. We've gone down this branch this time. We didn't go up the top branch because we've got a filter here of 7 days, and that's what we sent through, 7 day. And then we're grabbing this HTML email. The subject has slightly changed as a reminder, and then I'm just updating a status in the status field here. Processing, where is it? The process status there. So an overdue reminder has been sent. If I go back to the email, I've got a new email. Again, it's reminding them that it's overdue, the outstanding amount, and then again another link to the invoice. Okay, and finally, put this. Let's trigger a 10-day overdue. So again, if we go to here, change it to that, then hopefully so 10 days. Yep, okay, so it's gone overdue +3, which is 10 days. If we go to here, we would have seen it's gone through, grabbed the webhook. I've sent overdue 10 days, gone into this branch here, which again is slightly different. It's important, and we're running the 10 days overdue now. And then finally we've gone down the bottom branch here. If I go to my email, finally, we've got a big red header there, so it's overdue. You know, all that sort of jazz of how much are they owing, and you know, trying to scare them to pay. So if I finally press this invoice again, then this time we'll pay it. And then we're just processing, and then it's paid. Then if we go finally to the last one, we see that I've got a watch event for intended payment success. We retrieve the customer, and then we update the record for Airtable. And this time we're just saying paid, and if we go back to the Airtable, we see the status as paid. Thank you, and have a great day.